Hi, and welcome back to our YouTube channel, Fulfill the Game of Life.
We are once again in Polcenego, Italy, where we filmed our dialogue for video 3 at the flowing banks of the Gargazzo.
Yeah, and behind me, you can see the origins of the Gargazzo.
The water flows from an underwater cave, and if you just notice, take a look at the beautiful blue color.
Isn't that crazy? It's absolutely beautiful. And if you look really close, we'll show you some footage that there's a submerged Christ statue underneath.
So let's just sit here for a moment in silence and just enjoy the view.
It is pretty, isn't it? It really is calming. The water really is that blue, that we've done nothing digitally. It just looks that way. Isn't it beautiful?
So if you've been with us for a while, welcome back.
And if you're just joining us, I'm Richard.
And I'm Christy.
And again, thank you for coming along on our journey with us.
However, we would like you just a little bit more.
A lot more.
If you would just go ahead and subscribe, and don't forget to hit that like button.
You know, we'll even welcome Florida fans into the family as long as you hit that subscribe button.
Oh no, here we go.
Roll Tide, man. Season's about to kick off.
Football banter, he does it all the time.
All the time. This is the last of a 4-video series where we take you around the interior of Portugal.
In the first 3 videos, we take you to around 15 historical sites, all in no more than 3 hours of driving from Linhares.
Which is just amazing. There is so much history. It's absolutely amazing. In this video, we're going to take you to the final 6 sites of the Aldeias Historicas de Portugal.
That was really good.
I'm working on it.
And at the end of this video, we are going to show you our #1 village.
Which we're actually super excited to
Really
share you
excited.
that village.
Now again, we have to start by saying there is a reason we call this the official route.
These 12 official villages, they are phenomenal and they're all worth your time to visit if you haven't. But it is our intent to basically say if you have limited time and you want to see the best of the best, we're putting them in a ranking order that was most appealing to us. But if you have plenty of time, trust me, go to all of the villages. Just make it part of your route.
You won't regret it.
You will not regret it.
So let's get the show on the road.
Once again, we're back in the car and leaving from Linhares on a long, full day trip.
Very long. On our way to Castelo Mendo, notice how close it is to the Spanish border.
Castelo Mendo is an old Portuguese parish dating back to 1202.
And as you can see from the drone footage, Castelo Mendo has 2 layers of walls and ruins at the very peak.
We decided we would drive around the base of Castelo Mendo. Until we had to turn around.
You don't have much room to back.
All right, you just got it. You gonna ride with me? You gonna ride with me around that corner? Or you just want to walk?
I'll meet you. Good day. This corner, I am not kidding you, was so close to the edge. I could not handle it. Oh, snappy doodles, good Lord. I had to get out.
She left me to die completely alone.
Bye. I loved you.
Really?
Yes, really. Castello Mendo once again was well worth the visit, and we just needed more time to explore it.
But because the conditions of the ruins were not at the level of the other sites, we ranked it number 11. Again, we feel guilty ranking anything low, but the reality is they're 12, something's got to be at the top, something's got to be at the bottom. Once again, we're back in the car, off to the next castle, Sortella.
And not much further south, and again, close to the Spanish border.
Yeah, and a quick snapshot on the drive, I saw something I did not know that existed. Bigfoot. No, I'm just kidding. A Mercedes pickup truck. It was probably on its way to tow the other Mercedes home.
You need to put that stick down and stop stirring.
Yeah, but you know, I enjoy those little pokes of fun. Even when I have to push my BMWs into my own garage, I make these jokes.
Hey, isn't it true that BMW invented the rear window defroster?
Yes, it keeps my hands warm while I'm having to push it in the winter.
That's right. Keep stirring.
Really?
Focus.
I'm trying. It's hard to do. So anyway, as we approached Sortella with warm hands nonetheless, we could tell early this was going to be a really nice castle. So we pulled over, we put Henry on the ground, and we sent him off on an expedition. And in the footage, we also used Henry to find the parking area.
Which of course, Richard could have found that by himself by just following the road around the castle.
Shh, don't say that too loud, you'll hurt Henry's feelings.
Really?
Yeah, everyone's got to have a purpose in life, right?
Really? Focus.
I'm sorry, I'm trying. This is pretty tough on me.
I know. Now, just imagine after skipping 17 brown signs and you drive around the corner and you see this in the parking lot.
Yes, Sortella is amazingly on another route of 4 more official villages. Like, are you kidding me?
That's exactly what we felt like. We were like, what?
We've got more things to see than we have in all this time. This is literally our 4th road trip that takes all day long, and you show up and read another sign that has 4 more villages to go see. It's just absolutely amazing. We'll get there one day, but not in this video. So what do we have to tell you about Sortella?
The castle again was so well maintained and one of the best in the Aldeias.
At least for our opinion. Is considered the oldest constructed Romanesque castle in the Baida interior region.
And interestingly, once again, it has a link to the Templars.
The ground was sandy with a stage up front.
And the height, I kid you not, was about 40 to 50 feet.
Yeah, these are really, really tall walls. And thank goodness, for the first time that we could remember, there are handrails going up these really, really narrow steps.
Thank goodness, because I don't think that we would have ventured up those steps if they didn't have handrails.
Honestly, it would have been risky enough that I don't know if we would have went up those stairs either. That is really high and really narrow steps.
We might have scooted up butt cheek by butt cheek.
There you go. We might have walked up it backwards, sitting on each step. Maybe. How does it feel going up that? Is it high already? You feeling a little nervous for the height? Yeah, the handrail makes a heck of a difference, doesn't it? All right, I'm coming.
The main tower was really in fantastic condition.
Oh, cool. And here you can see that Christy steps out on one of the tower lookouts and then quickly retreats.
I had to. Look at what was holding it up.
Just a little bit scary. I mean, come on.
Yep. But did we die?
Did I leave you to die by yourself?
No. Oh. Did I do that?
And noticeably, this loose handrail gave the entire visit a little bit of spice.
But did we die?
But did we? No. We're still here.
We arrived alive.
With all of this excitement in this wonderful castle, where did we rank Fortella?
Number 3.
We think that this is a must experience, not just for the size, but for the condition of the castle as well. Take your time, walk around and look at this castle, and just know that it's open and free, and you can just stroll around and get on the height of these really good condition walls.
And once again, we were back on the road to the next village.
Back in the car, back on the road. And as we arrived to this castle, we once again arrived to the second castle in our series of You Arrived Too Late, See It From the Outside.
Boo, sad face. And it was Castello Belmonte. And again, we have to live this castle through Henry. But from the outside, the castle was in very good condition.
Yeah, it was a little bit of a smaller castle.
But looking at the footage, the grounds are now home to a very nicely crafted stage with seating and lighting.
Yeah, we could just say really nicely done. And you really can't imagine, just like the piano concerts we went to in Linares, the events that must be held here, I'm sure, are super, super cool and well staged.
While we were in the Belmonte area, we decided to stop at a bonus site, Centum Celis.
Yeah, at the time of our visits, the archaeologists were actually at work on this site.
Well, the head archaeologist was talking and the students were working. And I wonder if his name was Richard too. Mr. Talk-A-Lot, Mr. Talk-A-Lot.
Well, so after we stopped laughing at Richard, the tower is believed to be a Roman villa known as the Villa of Lucio Cecilio.
However, there are other theories that this site was actually a jail with 100 cells, which is the literal translation of Centum Celis. Again, this site seriously is well worth your time, so stop and check it out.
Stop and just imagine, like some of the other castles, you can see the grounds are also still squared off into the rooms, and you can just imagine the life that must have been here while this villa was in its prime.
Which we like to do. We like to stand there and say, gosh, I wonder what life was like back then.
Yeah, if we just had the time, and next time we will take the time.
Yeah, we will.
Right? So, where did we rank Belmonte and Centum Celis?
Number 7.
It's well worth your time and an afternoon to explore both sites.
So now we were off to Castelo da Novo.
Now, one of the things that we had read about Portugal in passing is that it is the largest supplier of cork in the world.
And we've seen estimates that are about 50 to 60%.
Yeah, so we were actually very aware as soon as we noticed the clear signs on the trees.
The bark was missing.
We pulled over and went on a safari through the endless sock-sticking bushes biting at our ankles.
That was very painful.
Look at this, is so cool. I've never stood next to a cork tree. nor seen one stripped.
To see the cork trees up close with the bark removed.
Yeah, it was super, super cool. Standing next to a cork tree.
And it took a long time to get the stickers out of our socks, I think.
It did. The bite was worse than the bark. Like, really.
Richard, you need to go to Castello. Go sit down.
I don't remember a Castello Go Sit Down. Where is it at?
It's where you go and sit your butt down and focus.
Come on, that was a pretty good joke, actually. The bite was worse than the bark.
You and your dad jokes.
Well, anyway, we finally arrived, and at castle number 3 of the series, you arrived too late.
Too dang late. But, like Linares, the castle was open.
Yes, when we arrived at Castello Novo, the one thing that was really noticeable as soon as we opened the car door is there was so much wind. We didn't feel it was safe to fly Henry.
Hi.
We are at Castello Novo. And it's getting late, but that's okay. I think we're gonna have some nice sunset footage. Unfortunately though, it's a bit too windy for the drone. It's really, really gusting up here. There's just no reason to take a chance. That's too much money to blow off the mountain and be able to go track down. So we'll try to get some good footage on Castle Novo, and if it doesn't blow us up,
it is pretty windy. That's crazy. So we set off on a more primitive form of exploration.
Our feet.
Castello da Novo is nestled at the bottom of a mountain, which is probably the cause of the extreme winds.
However, the sunset over the ridge was really well worth waiting for.
The name Novo means new, which this castle actually replaced another one in the vicinity.
Castello Novo is relatively small.
And where did we rank Castello da Novo? Number 9. So we are nearing the end of our list with just 2 more villages to go.
If you're noticing, we really didn't actually drive this route. We're showing you them in this order so we could save the best for last.
Now on to Castle Idana a Nova.
Now the first thing we noticed when we arrived is this massive stone gate that I'm sure was very imposing to visitors in its day.
And interestingly, when you walk up to it, it just leads to a wall.
Yeah, that's kind of interesting that they didn't keep the opening. They just put a wall there. And if there were stairs to the left and the right, those are no longer functional as well. But by this time, frankly, honestly, we were completely out of energy. So we basically sent Henry on exploration one more time. But the footage here is awesome. You can see the whole city, the whole village, along with the castle at the top of the hill.
As you can see in the footage, not only is the castle showing its age, but so is the village.
Yeah, but what's cool here is Adana is an even deeper history than almost any other village we were in, which gives it some of its allure.
It stands in the place where a Roman city once lay, the capital of Civitas Igaigitas, Civitas Igaigitorium, dating back to the 1st century.
Nice try, by the way. Nice job. Because I wouldn't even get close on that. I was just going to put it on the screen. I wasn't even going to try to say that
Why do you always
word.
give me the hard stuff?
Because you're better at it than I am. In the 8th century, this village was occupied by Muslims, and it was taken back in the 12th century by the Christians.
And later, it was donated to the Knights Templar in the 13th century.
And you already know my fascination with the stories of the Knights Templar, so it's just really cool. So where did we rank this one?
Number 12.
12.
I know, something has to come in last, but the buildings really were just not as impressive to us.
Yeah, however, if we were ranking this site on history alone, it would probably be at the very top.
If not the top.
Yeah, so something has to come in last. But finally, with real sincere excitement, we are going to show you our top village and actually try to remain calm.
Castello Monsanto.
This place is unbelievable. You won't believe it. But let me start by trying to communicate this. I don't think sitting here in front of a camera, we can duplicate the level of energy that we felt when we were at Castle Monsanto. But as you'll see, at this time, we aren't going to have to do all the talking standing here with a script because we were so excited while we were there. We could not stop talking to the camera. And if I had remembered to put the backup battery for the GoPro in my pocket, we would have had another 15 to 20 minutes worth of just babbling about the place because it was that awesome. We're both out of breath. We're at the top of the castle in
Monsanto.
And this place is awesome. It's unbelievably awesome. You have to come here for sure.
Absolutely. You would think that after visiting so many castles that you would get tired of it, that it's the same old thing, but it is just amazing. Each castle has its own uniqueness, and
this one is way at the top, and all these boulders. It's awesome. Yes. Do you want to give them the exciting part of this location?
Well, for all of you Game of Thrones fans, there is some buzz out there that they're looking at this castle or this little village of Monsanto to film the prequel to Game of Thrones, which I think is, yeah.
Anyway, we'll put it on the screen for you.
Absolutely.
And so, was it Heart of the Dragon? Anyway.
Something of the dragon.
We're almost out of battery here, so we want to capture as much as we can here. Oh my goodness, that's crazy. That's awesome footage right there. Oh snap, don't look down to the left. See all the castle remains here. This is amazing. This is gonna have to be on the visit later list, and honestly, we'll probably try to stay in this village. This is
I would love to stay here.
This is crazy.
I can see why the producers of Game of Thrones
see potential here, huh?
Absolutely. This is phenomenal.
This is crazy. All right, so we ran out of battery on the GoPro, but let me tell you, I'm telling you, we're walking down from Monsanto. And we're just saying things like this. I know that you see all these videos and you want to go to the Algarve and you want to go to the beaches and you want to go stay in Lisbon. And that's all the stuff we saw before we got here. Let me tell you.
After visiting all of these small medieval villages,
it doesn't compare to this.
No, you want to come to all of these villages and visit every single one that you can, that you have time to come to, because it is just breathtakingly amazing. You won't regret it.
You almost won't believe it. If you're from the United States, you won't believe what's here. You simply have no idea what it's like when stuff this old, built 1,000 years ago, still remains in tons of places, is still here. And even if you're a history buff, each city is worth a month. Even if you're not a history buff, and as long as you got enough stamina to walk up and down these hills, I will say it's that, the trade-off is walking up and down these hills. This is remarkable. I don't know how else to say it and not smile. I mean, how can you smile after walking up and down hills this much?
Exactly.
That's how inspiring it is. It is crazy up here. It's just nuts. We freaking love it. This is too blankety blank 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 cool. This is as good as any beach on the planet, and probably better. So there you go. Welcome.
And you know what? To make matters worse, Henry would not go high enough to show you the altitude of this castle.
Yeah, it really sucks. And what makes it worse is about a week ago, I find the setting where I can take Henry even higher. So the next time we come back to Monsanto, you can bet I'll get better footage, and we will be coming back to Monsanto.
Nevertheless, guys, just look at this footage. It is absolutely amazing.
Yeah, and just stop and stare here for a moment to get the size of this. Look for the people down in the valley. It just really puts it in perspective. And of course, how could you not take footage of a restaurant with a warrior outside?
Guarding what must have been the local delicacy.
There were so many people gathered at this restaurant.
It was like flies on beep.
Now, this is a rare sight in my travels that I can relive a lot of that excitement.
Just re-watching the videos of this visit just gives the flood of adrenaline again.
And again, I'm sure. So as soon as we were back in Linares, guess what we were doing? Looking for accommodations to stay here in the future.
So whether you are short on time or just retired,
do not miss Monsanto.
So bring your walking shoes and be prepared to spend time just exploring.
If you tune into the Game of Thrones prequel, House of the Dragon, you may very well recognize a little bit of this location in future filming.
How exciting would that be, right?
It'd really be cool, honestly.
So we're going to stop here because we are running out of energy just reliving this visit.
Totally exhausted just talking about it and remembering it. It was unbelievably fascinating.
It was. My face hurts because I'm smiling so much about the visit. It was awesome.
Just like we were when we were there. It was that crazy. So, where did we rank Monsanto?
Well, if you can count to 12, you could probably guess where we ranked it. Number one.
So, there you have it. The 12 villages of the Aldeias Historicas de Portugal ranked from 12 to 1.
Now again, let us just emphasize, every village on this list is absolutely well worth the visit.
Yeah, we really do suggest sit down, set you a route, and get in the car and go experience history that I don't know if you'd see anywhere else.
Please be aware that some of these castles do close at around 6 p.m., so make sure you plan accordingly.
Yeah, and don't do what we did. Find a way to not be in a hurry.
There's really just too much to see and experience. We hope that you guys really enjoyed this series of 4 videos and over 25 plus sites that we visited.
It's just amazing how many sites there are in Portugal in such a small amount of the country. The vast amount that must still remain out there, we're only looking forward to sharing with you guys.
And I know we've said over and over again, but we experienced all of these sites within 3 hours of driving from Linares.
It's just crazy, really seriously, we're sharing 25 and we'll guarantee you we passed at least another 25 brown signs along the way for other sites to see.
We really do look forward to just getting back to Portugal.
Yeah, I'm definitely missing the yellow fries and the pastel de nata.
Ooh. Pastel de nata. I do miss it. It's so yummy.
So, wrapping up such a long and arduous journey to bring you guys all of this footage, we still had one more site to visit.
And Here I go. Miradura da varanda dos Carquechais.
I wasn't even going to try. Once again, thank you for even trying that.
You're welcome.
Even if it's not close, very nicely done. But look, we'll let this footage speak for itself.
And let the clouds roll us out of this series of 4 videos.
So once again, if you like the content, go ahead, give us a thumbs up, and remember, hit the subscribe button. And until next time,
Adios.
Adios.
Ciao. Arrivederci.
I gave up last video.